Well, good morning, everybody. I know it's a weird time, but it's Black Friday. Isn't everybody up early? We actually got up early to see the sun rise on the beach here in Outer Banks, North Carolina, and it ended up being so cloudy it's raining. So we missed it, but I just wanted to. This is kind of. I do this every year in some form or fashion where I'll do a live stream and just let you know about my favorite Black Friday deals. And I'm learning a couple things this week about about how they're doing it. So I don't know if you ever noticed this, but like every year this stuff changes a little bit and like how they I mean it used to be that they would just like discount stuff. Like just stuff would just be way cheaper. And I don't feel like it is anymore. I feel like you kind of have to dig for interesting deals. Um But a lot of times, my stuff, the things that I look at are going to be stuff that I'm actually shopping for or that I actually use or that we've recently talked about in a video, stuff that I want to use soon in a video. Um, so you'll probably see a, you know, familiar thing to this. Wow. So the morning streams are interesting, hun. Leslie's over there. We have not very many. No, we have 7. But Vinny's on from Hong Kong. We have somebody from Paris.
Friday night there.
And, of course, Fat Philosopher's on from Japan.
Sweet.
So, yeah, this is cool. This is kind of cool. So, it might not be a lot of people, but I'm glad you're here because maybe you all don't get to see it very much and I don't get to see you very much. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, so let me show you some stuff. I came up with a few things. I made a list. I did post. If you don't have time to watch this for some reason, or you catch it in replay and you don't want to watch the whole thing and hang out, I put it in the the description of the video. I actually already pasted it into the description of the video. So, first thing, and I'm gonna share my screen here in a minute. First thing's kind of weird. But they were trying to sell these off, and I don't know if Denmark, awesome, Missouri, awesome. This is great. Another person from Paris, so cool. Missouri, it's earlier there, yeah. Okay, so when I was at Sweetwater a few months ago, they were trying to sell these things, and I don't know if they're not carrying them anymore or what the story is, but I think that you could get a pretty cool guitar. This Relish stuff is so cool. And it has swappable pickups. So look at this guitar right here. So they're all really on sale. These guitars are very expensive. But let's look at this guitar right here. $300 off. They're $1,000. But I don't know if you've seen these before or not. But they have swappable pickups. And this is the one company that has, to me, really done this right. And these guitars not only have that quote-unquote gimmick of the swappable pickup thing, but they're also very nice. The workmanship is fantastic. I believe these ones, so these $1,000 ones are not like the more expensive ones where the front and the back come off and they have an aluminum frame. I think these are like a European linden or maybe a basswood body. They feel great. They sound great. They're really cool. And I know that these are not for everybody, but I just found it to be a really cool guitar. And I think you should at least check them out and look into them. And if you haven't heard of them before, look into them because they're very cool. So that's the first one. Like I said, that one's a little outlier. The other thing is we talked about amps last night. And again, these are a little bit on sale. This is not necessarily a Black Friday thing, but I just want to get this out of the way. We were talking about amps last night because I'm amp shopping again, and a bunch of the people actually in the comments recommended this Quilter. What is this thing called? The Quilter Labs Aviator Cub 50-watt 112 combo amp. I love I love Quilter stuff. I really do. I've never owned one. I've played them a bunch. I have a bunch of friends that have them. I think they're really cool, but I've never had one. And these things have some bonus bucks on them, and we're gonna get into that in a minute because I want to talk about that because this is one of the ways that these places are giving better deals, basically. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. That's there too. Okay, to me, one of the biggest, coolest deals of this is definitely on the list, and I think you should put this on the list too. If you are tele shopping right now, I just bought that Classic Vibe 60s, right? And I paid I want to say I paid $479 for that guitar. I spent $600 that day. That's the number I'm thinking because I bought some gig bags and stuff. Okay, so $479 is what I paid for that guitar. I paid $479 for that guitar. Now, the thing is, you're gonna put pickups in it, right? Because you're just gonna put pickups in it. So check this junk out. They have at Sweetwater right now a Esquire, a Classic Vibe Esquire for $429. Now it doesn't come with a neck pickup, but who cares? Because there's a hole in there for it, and because it's already routed, so you're gonna put pickups in anyways. And this is a common theme with this Fender stuff, and with Sweetwater. See where it says limited time offer. Oh, this is $50 off. This is not a bonus bucks thing. Okay, so anyway, $429. It's a cheap way to get a telly. You're gonna put pickups in it anyways, and you're gonna change the pickguard color. Those are things you're gonna do anyway. So why not get the cheapest one you can? I think that is killer. Buy one of those. You get our drop-in kit. I think our drop-in kit for that guitar is like $239 or $249, and you'll have yourself a monster of a guitar. I think that's a really cool way to buy one of those. Let's see what's next. Oh, also I wanted to mention, loaded pick guards are back on the website. So if you go to DylanTalksTone.com, it's for a limited time only. If you want a loaded pick guard, well, here I'll show you what we're doing. If you want a loaded pick guard, because I'm gonna be ordering a bunch of stuff. Okay. So if you want a loaded pick guard, you go to DylanTalksTone.com, obviously. And right here, I put them on the front page so they're easy to find so you can get straight to them. And what we did is they start at $329 for a regular Strat one, which really is a good deal because our pickups are $100 a piece. So this is a really good deal. Then what you can do is go in here and choose your pick guard color. You can choose to upgrade to humbuckers in certain positions, and which one of our humbuckers you want in what position, all that kind of stuff. You can pick your capacitor value. You can pick your caps, your pots. Tell you the truth, unless you're going 100% all single coils, I would just put 500K pots in anything. So anyway, that's a cool thing I wanted to share with you also because they're there already. I'll tell you what I'm going to do too is we will go back to comments. Let me run through a couple more of these, and then I'll go back and check the comments if y'all have any questions as well. Let's see. What is the next thing I want to show you? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you've probably already been in the comments and seen this. I'm clicking. I'll be with you in a moment. Okay. The Bell Epoch, the Catalinbread Bell Epoch Tape Echo delay for $167. This pedal, this delay is, in my opinion, one of the best delays ever made. I don't know why. I can't tell you anything technical about it. All I know is that everybody that I've ever known that has used one of these things sounded incredible with it. And to have one for $167, any delay pedal that's worth anything under $200, to me, is a really, really, really good deal. I just think that's a killer deal. So I wanted to share that one. I ran across that this morning. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a smoking deal too. I think everybody should open an extra tab right now, because who doesn't need a TC electronic tuner for $9.99? I think that's a pretty killer deal too. TCL, it's not their Polytune, it's their Unitune. But Polytune is, in my opinion, a bit of a gimmick anyway, so I think that's a pretty cool little tuner for $10. Okay, now this is where we start to get interesting. It used to be that when you would go we'd go to see a Black Friday sale, it would be insane deals, right? A lot of these dealers now, or a lot of these guitar companies, like a lot of these companies, have map pricing. So where, like, in certain places never have sales, right? So like, for example, Apple doesn't really ever have a sale. Sometimes they'll give something away with it. Sometimes they'll, give you special financing. Sometimes they'll do that kind of stuff, but they'll never actually really have a sale. This guitar that I'm about to show you, I made this video and it was all about the Gibson G-hole guitar. That's what I call it. And it's how terrible it was. This is the guitar I think you should buy instead of the Gibson G-hole guitar. Because it's half the money. It's on sale for $6.99 right now. It has a torrefied top. It's a Breedlove. I think they're Korean. They might be Chinese. I don't know. I don't care. This guitar is super, super good. It's not an American one, but it's really, really good. Their quality control is really good. Their finishes are amazing. They always sound good. Even the cheapest guitars they make, you will pick it up off the... We did this. We were in a store in some place. I don't remember where it was. And I picked up this guitar and I'm like, this guitar is fantastic. And I look over and it's like $6.99 like this. They're just really, really good guitars. Now, what's really cool about it, though, is you see where it says get $200 in bonus bucks? That guitar is $699, okay? When you make this purchase, when you buy it, they will email you basically a gift card for $200. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. So now you're getting this guitar for under $500, and it's good, like really good. And this is the way I think they're getting. I think this is the kind of the way they're getting around the map pricing thing, where they're putting this special kind of stuff in there. I think you can also, if you finance it through Sweetwater, then I think there's a way to get some bonus bucks, but get a lower interest rate, or some. There's other stuff. Look into their fine print stuff. But on the face of it, $6.99, $200 gift card. Basically, it's basic. That's what their bonus bucks things is. I think this is a pretty cool thing. And that guitar is really good. I've played those. I've played those guitars. They're really good. All right. A couple other guitars in that same department. Um, when we get to this bonus bucks deal, I made a video the other day, obviously, and I said that the best guitar for modding, best Telecaster for modding in 2021 is the guitar that I showed you, that 60s classic vibe. If you're just gonna buy a Tele straight out and just play it, to me this is the jam. This is the one to get. Um, this is the American Professional 2, and here's why. Um, it's got properly good pickups in it. It's got the 3 saddle vintage style bridge, a good neck radius. It has all the things. And then if you did want to mod it in the future, there's really no reason to, except for maybe put pickups in it. But this, to me, this guitar, this is the best Telecaster right now of the new stuff. I mean, you could go to a custom shop and you can get all this other stuff, but to get the best kind of straight, just good Telecaster, to me, this is the best one. I almost bought one of these actually very recently. I was trying to find one. I couldn't find the color I wanted. Because I wanted actually one of these like surf green color with the rosewood fretboard. I couldn't find one. So anyway, that's, to me, that's the guitar to get, the one to get. So I wanted to share that because they do have, it has $150 of that bonus bucks things on it. And then for the Strat folks, we have this dude at $12.99. This is the and it has 120 bonus bucks on it, and it's a cool guitar too. This is the American Performer. So right, yeah, this is the American Performer Strat. So again, kind of the guitar. These are great. These are great guitars, and pretty decently on sale in the 2021 way of being on sale, if that makes sense. Let me come back over here. And just see if there's any comments in here. That we need to check out. Oh, somebody's saying that does not have a neck pickup route in it. I did not know that. Oh, somebody was saying that on Anderton's video, if you take the pickup off, you can actually take the pickguard off. So maybe there is not a pickup route in there. Ed, thanks for pointing that out, because I hate to mislead people. That's pretty that would suck. So you would have to route it. Fortunately, a pickguard covers it up, and you could pretty much just chop a hole in it, and it'd be fine. But let's see. I am just going through here. Minnesota. Somebody was actually asking me, Fat Philosopher made me think of it, because he's left-handed. Somebody was messaging me last night, wanting me to build him a custom super Strat, and I don't actually do that anymore. I don't really build a lot of guitars. I will every once in a while, and I actually might for this guy because he's left-handed, and this would not be his first guitar that he's bought from me. But you could buy a Mexican Strat, the play, not maybe the player, I guess it'd be the player, right? And then in lefty, a lefty one, because it's probably the one that has like the most selection of colors and stuff. And then just put a loaded pickguard in it. Like order a loaded pickguard from me and stick it in there, and then you would be still, excuse me, you'd still be under $1,500, and you'd have a proper guitar, because the American or the because the Mexican player Strat, the body is the same and the neck is the same. Like everything's, the quality is there. It's just the pickups and stuff aren't. So if you put a loaded pickguard, a lefty loaded pickguard in a Strat, you'd still be under $1,500. That's what I would do instead of working on, trying to find something custom. All right. So where are we? Oh, I'll show you exactly where we are. I'll put a link for this too. Positive Grid Spark, $228 on sale. Now, we were talking about this last night and on our show, because I was like, I'm amp shopping. And somebody said, well, everybody said in the comments, it was a big joke last night in our live stream, that the Positive Grid Spark is on sale. The Positive Grid Spark is on sale. $228. So I ordered it last night. I will not have it until like next Friday, because for some reason, but I ordered it last night. So I used to have one. I had the first, when it first came out. I think me and Doug Santinello is in the comments right now. Me and him, I know we both ordered it like when it was. Doug, wasn't this? You'll probably comment this, but I think this 228 price was like the pre-order price, and then they went up closer to $300. So now you're on sale right now, getting it for. Oh, look, it says right on my Amazon, last purchased November 25th, 2021, which was yesterday. Anyway, so now you could get it for like the introductory price that they used to be. And they're really good. They're super fun. I'm sure I'll use it. We'll make some more videos about it. While I was searching around on Amazon's, I found this other thing, and I'm not familiar with it, but it's cheap, and it's $80 off. I'm interested to try this or wonder how it is. I don't really care about wireless stuff though. This is a belt pack style, and I think the other side goes on your pedal board. But it's a wireless system from Boss for $199. So the receiver is like a stomp box size, so it takes up a spot on your pedal board, and then you have a belt pack. For $200. It's pretty cool, and it says it's $80 off. So I'm not sure if that's off of MSRP, and this is a trick thing with the pricing. I'm not sure, but I just ran across that today while I was looking at the other thing. I have to move. My foot is falling asleep. It was falling asleep last night too. All right. Now, the other thing I found, if you are trying to do anything with any of this modeling stuff, any of this playing direct, anything like that, especially, or making YouTube videos, having some monitors is a good idea. These will not blow you away as far as like being the best in the world. However, they will get you in the area. They're very compact, and I've heard them. They do sound really good. They are actually very good. These Mackie multimedia monitors. These to me are like, don't edit YouTube videos or Instagram videos with computer speakers. This is kind of your entry level into monitor stuff, at least for that. You're not going to record with them, and you're not going to win a Grammy or anything, but to at least get going for $79, I think that's a pretty smoking deal. Pretty cool stuff. And this isn't related to Guitar Gear at all, but I had to share it because I have a pair of these. I use them every day. And I think I paid $350 for them. But these Sony XM4 WH-1000XM4 wireless headphones are, to me, Leslie has the Bose, the fancy Bose ones, and I have the Sony ones, and I like my Sony ones more. She likes her Bose ones. There's different reasons, like Sony versus Bose is this whole thing, but these are usually like $350. They're really good and really good. The only thing I'll say is they're you can watch YouTube videos with them and stuff. You know, some Bluetooth headphones have like a delay to them. These don't. But they do have, it's like 20 or 30 milliseconds. So you don't notice it when you're watching a YouTube video. But I've tried to edit videos with them before. And like to try to edit to a music beat, you can't do it because there's like a little tiny delay. So there's not enough delay to make a difference for watching stuff, but there is enough delay to make a difference for editing stuff. Just FYI. And then on Amazon, you of course have super duper string sales. It's like $6 or $7 off of a 6-pack of Ernie Ball strings. Leslie, this one says purchased variations 22 times of guitar strings. I go through a lot of guitar strings. That's not including all the times where we've just been somewhere and picked up some strings. Like, yeah, that's hilarious. I buy a lot of guitar strings. Let's see. Okay, and then the last thing, well, not necessarily the last thing, but last week we showed on the news on a Tuesday, Wednesday. It's now on a Wednesday. This thing that played and paused YouTube videos. Boss has one. It's called the Pocket GT. I didn't know they had this before. I don't necessarily know if this is on any kind of sale. Oh, I guess it says it is, yeah. $50 off. I didn't know they made one of these, and I know a lot of people really want this. So it Bluetooths to your computer, I think. It has built-in effects, so overdrive, distortion, modulation, so reverb, delay, that kind of stuff. And it has a play, pause, and fast forward and rewind thing that you can control YouTube videos. So you could what you do is you plug your guitar straight into this and then Bluetooth it to your computer so that you can learn songs. This is really cool. It has memory banks to it. We were talking about this last night. It's this kind of stuff that makes people play guitar more. I just think it's kind of cool. And it might make a good gift for somebody, especially if they're trying to learn. It's really neat. It's kind of an all-in-one deal. Is it going to be like the tone monster of the century? No, but that's not really what it's for. It's just to get easier practicing going. I just think that's a pretty neat deal. So, yeah. Do we need to buy the super high-end strings like the NYXL? You know, I put really fancy strings on my acoustic because I don't change them as much. I actually use, oh man, what is on there? I think it actually might be the NYXL. I might use the acoustic version of that. It's not called that, but it's something else. But anyway, that version of that for the acoustics, I think that's what I put on my acoustic. But I put cheap strings on my electric because I'm changing them all the time. So I don't really, to me, yes, you can get, there are some strings that will like change the sound of the guitar. I don't like that. I want my strings to sound fresh and basically never, and not think about them. I don't want my strings to be like, oh, this is part of my sound. I want my strings to just be like strings, and I want them to be new and fresh, but that's it. Beyond that, I think the next parameter is how often am I going to change them? How long do I want them to last? Um, I also believe, so here's another thing that you might not think about, is I think you should buy better, longer lasting strings for guitars that you don't play as often. Because if you play your guitar every day and then you're wiping your strings off and you're taking care of it properly, those strings will last way longer than a set of strings that sits in a case in the closet for months. Those strings will just go dead, tarnishing by themselves just because of humidity and because of whatever. Like playing them keeps them clean too. Like, I mean, your oil's getting in there, but you clean your guitars as you play them. You should. So if you're going to let a guitar sit for a long time and then pull it out and expect it to sound like anything, it's got to have good strings on it. This is why most guitar stores, all the guitars sound like crap, because they have cheap strings on them and they've been hanging on the wall forever. And you pick them up and you're like, why does this thing feel like it has rusty strings on it? And you're like, because it does. You know what I mean? So if you're going to store a guitar away, put a good set of strings on it, but don't store them. Play them. All right. Dylan, how is the hat situation? I have spent some time on this. I am looking into it. I actually have been trying to find. I was going the other night. I was going through my vendors trying to like find the right hat, like a good hat. I can't stand. I'm a hat guy for sure, and I cannot stand cheap hats. And if I wouldn't wear it, I don't mean if I wouldn't wear it style wise, but if I wouldn't wear it like quality wise, I'm not going to make it with my name on it and sell it. So I'm trying to find the right one. And we've actually been going around, like we've been in these really super touristy areas, so we've been like looking at what brands of hats they're using and which ones are nice, because you can't tell online sometimes how good they are. So, but our snapbacks are really good, so I might just make another color scheme. We'll see. Awesome. NYXLs are on sale on Amazon right now. There's some links in the description below to Amazon. Just hit that and then go find them. I should tell you, if you use links that we've shared today, it does help the channel out a little bit, especially the Sweetwater. Well, both of them, but especially the Sweetwater ones, because they kind of keep an eye on that. And when I say stuff about Sweetwater and people from the videos come and look at those links, they keep track of that. So I appreciate that very much. And yeah, man, this is cool. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. And thanks for doing this with me. Check all that stuff out. Of course, get in the comments. Add your ideas. Please don't add links to your comments in the comments, because YouTube kicks them out. So nobody will ever see them. It's a weird thing they do. So don't put links in there, but put stuff in there that you want to see. And maybe I can keep adding to this list. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. It's been fun. And I'm sure we'll see you probably Monday.